These three friends named Rocky, Alex, and Money invade the mansion of a wealthy family after Alex quickly disables the security system. They begin to gather all the valuable items they can find. Finally, they hurl a stone at the glass door before fleeing, triggering the home alarm. While in the car, Rocky notices a ladybug perched on his finger as he argues with Money about the idea of leaving Detroit. Once they have enough financial resources, Alex asks about her friend's return. However, Rocky says she will never return to that place before inviting him to join them. Despite this, Alex refuses to abandon her father. Upon arriving home, Alex goes to his father's office. He then uses the spare key hidden in the lamp to access the drawer that holds all the information and keys to the client's residences. His father works for a security company, which makes it easier for Alex's gang to target wealthy families and invade their homes. Meanwhile, Money proposes to Raul to sell the stolen Rolex in exchange for money, but Raul doesn't offer much. Raul suggests to Money that he steals money to increase their earnings, but Money is not convinced. Instead of leaving Money to deal with this alone, Raul shares with him an opportunity for a big business deal. The next day, Money informs his friends about the next target and mentions Norman Nordstrom, a military veteran who has been living alone since the day his daughter died in a car accident. This wealthy family that was part of the accident gave compensation, leading Money to believe that the old man is hiding over $300,000 in cash in his residence. Rocky agrees with the plan, hoping it will be their last robbery, but Alex opposes the idea. Reminding them that they don't deal with cash, Alex is apprehensive about the possibility of getting caught and warns that they would be charged with armed robbery and face a decade in prison. But his friends are not willing to listen. While Rocky and Money try to motivate him, Alex refuses the idea of joining them. That night, Rocky begs Alex via text message, requesting your help so that she can move to California with her younger sister. Alex does some research on Nordstrom, discovering that he received a six-figure reward. Rocky lives in a small apartment with her younger sister Diddy, her mother Ginger, and Trevor, her mother's partner Ginger, who only wants to spend time with Trevor. Leaves Rocky responsible for taking care of Diddy. Discontent with this situation, Rocky makes a promise to Diddy that she will find a way to get them out of there as soon as possible to start a new life in California. Shortly after, Rocky receives a message from Alex confirming that they will carry out the robbery. Later that same day, Money investigates the Nordstrom neighborhood. Meanwhile, inside the car, Rocky tells Alex that her father abandoned them when she was just a child, and her mother always blamed her for it. Rocky used to cry, missing her father, so her mother would punish her by locking her in the trunk of the car. Once a ladybug entered the trunk and kept Rocky company, giving her a sense of security. Then Rocky mentions she plans to touch up her tattoo in California, ensuring it will be the last time she modifies her body that way. After hearing Rocky, Alex says she'll go with her to California. While they talk, Money then suggests it would be easy to rob Nordstrom and escape due to the lack of residents in the surrounding houses. With the absence of people, he concludes there won't be any surveillance either. Money gets excited about the prospect of the robbery, but his excitement is quickly ruined when a Rottweiler jumps over the car door, scaring them. Then the dog's owner, Nordstrom, calls him, revealing that he is blind. Alex experiences a feeling of guilt for robbing a blind man, but Money remains unfazed and decides to proceed with the plan. That same night, in Nordstrom's neighborhood, Rocky and her friends emerge at 2 a.m. With discretion, they approach the man's residence. After failing to open both the front and back doors, Rocky chooses to enter through the bathroom window. Inside, she disables the security alarm, examining the environment in silence and noticing a photograph of Nordstrom's daughter before heading towards the door. Meanwhile, Money notices Alex's concern for Rocky and mocks him, warning him to keep his distance from his girlfriend. After Rocky opens the door for them, the trio begins the search for the money as soon as they take off their shoes, demonstrating impatience. Money enters Nordstrom's upstairs room and finds him sleeping while an old video of his daughter plays on the television. A smile forms on Money's face as he watches Nordstrom sleep, unaware that the man keeps a gun under the bed. Next, Money prepares a sedative gas and punctures a hole in his bottle, interrupting the veteran's sleep and making him sit up. However, Nordstrom merely turns off the television and resumes sleeping. Money disperses the gas around the room before leaving, ensuring the man has an even deeper sleep. Rocky shows them a locked door, assuming it's where the money is kept. Money then tries to pry it open with a crowbar but fails, so he pulls out a gun and plans to use it, leaving Alex worried about the possibility of granting Nordstrom the legal right to shoot them. Alex urges Rocky to leave the premises with him. However, Rocky is determined to find out what's on the other side of that door. Using a water bottle as an improvised silencer, Money shoots at the padlock and breaks it, causing Alex to step away from them. Money gets excited about finally being able to open the door, but his happiness is interrupted when Nordstrom appears, demanding to know who invaded his house. Money and Rocky step back as Rocky explains to the man that he's drunk and entered the house by mistake. However, when Nordstrom steps on the broken padlock, Money threatens him with the gun and insists he won't leave until he gets what's in the room. Nordstrom isn't intimidated and tries to calm Money down, so Money fires a warning shot to prevent Nordstrom from getting closer. However, this doesn't stop the blind man from approaching and immobilizing Money against the wall. As a war veteran, Nordstrom easily overpowers Money and questions if he's alone, but Money lies, saying he's alone and pleads for the blind man to spare his life. Rocky watches in horror as events unfold before her. As Nordstrom decides to shoot Money, she hides in the closet and cries softly while Nordstrom punches the wall in frustration. As Alex returns home upon hearing the gunshot and nearly bumps into Nordstrom in the hallway, Nordstrom picks up a shard of broken glass from the floor before reinforcing the barricade on the bathroom door and window. From inside the closet, Rocky informs Alex via text that the blind man killed Money and reveals she's hiding in the closet. When he asks where she is, Rocky tries to leave her hiding spot but is forced back into the closet when Nordstrom appears. Unaware he's not alone, Nordstrom opens the hidden safe behind the wall, and upon closing it again, Rocky is lucky enough to observe the access code. Alex finds Rocky and immediately asks her to call the police before Nordstrom does. However, Rocky stops him and opens the safe to take the money, surprising Alex with the amount Nordstrom had hidden there. So they plan to escape through the basement entrance, and when they emerge from the closet, Nordstrom appears from the room leading to the basement and starts disposing of Money's body. They are managing to withdraw without attracting attention, but Nordstrom becomes alert and points his gun in Alex's direction upon hearing a noise. With no options, Alex and Rocky remain completely still, holding their breath until Nordstrom lowers the gun. However, Nordstrom is disturbed again by Money's ringing phone and he destroys it with a shot before continuing to move Money's body. While Rocky and Alex search for an exit, Nordstrom notices by the smell that there is more than one pair of shoes near the door, so he checks the safe and becomes furious to discover that his money is gone. Meanwhile, Alex and Rocky continue to search for the cellar door, but they encounter Cindy Roberts, the woman responsible for Nordstrom's daughter's accidental death, and their movements trigger the alarm installed by Nordstrom. After Cindy shows them a newspaper clipping declaring her innocence in the case of manslaughter, Rocky convinces Alex to help her. Cindy then points to the safe, and Alex quickly opens it using the same code from the one upstairs and grabs the keys inside. Meanwhile, Nordstrom is already moving to capture them. After a few attempts, Alex manages to unlock the chain holding Cindy, and together, they all head towards the cellar door. Alex then uses the keys to open the door, and as he does, Nordstrom is already outside waiting for them. Nordstrom fires several shots, narrowly missing Alex's ear and hitting Cindy in the face. Rocky and Alex quickly hide as Cindy falls to the ground, and Nordstrom can only let out a scream of agony when he realizes what he has done. Alex tells Rocky to return to the upstairs as they have the keys to the main entrance. Rocky and Alex flee towards the stairs while Nordstrom fires at them. However, when he turns off the lights, the two friends feel completely defenseless. In the darkness, Nordstrom pursues the intruders. Nordstrom fires whenever he detects a sound, but fails to hit them on every occasion. Furthermore, the two friends are separated from each other, and Rocky almost comes into contact with Nordstrom, but luckily, Nordstrom is distracted when Alex calls for Rocky, resulting in another gunshot. Nordstrom then grabs Alex and tries to hit him on the head, but realizing he's out of ammunition, Alex uses all his strength to knock a shelf over him. With Nordstrom now trapped, Rocky and Alex manage to move towards the upstairs. Alex uses the crowbar to close the door, but soon realizes that Nordstrom's dog is awake and present in the hallway. With time rapidly running out, Alex asks Rocky to open the front door with the keys while he tries to calm the dog. However, the dog gets scared when Nordstrom messes with the door leading to the basement, resulting in the intruders being chased into a room. To protect themselves, Rocky and Alex improvise a barricade with a cabinet, but without the keys in hand, they need to find another way out. Unfortunately, all the windows in that room are locked. Meanwhile, Nordstrom goes to his room and grabs another weapon. Inside the room, Rocky and Alex argue about activating an emergency button that would summon the police. Alex is confident that the police will leave them alone and focus their efforts on the man responsible for Cindy's kidnapping and Money's murder. However, Rocky refuses the idea, arguing that it would deprive them of the opportunity to secure the money before the authorities intervene. As they talk, Nordstrom suddenly fires at the door, prompting Alex to instruct Rocky to escape through the ventilation system. However, Alex's attempt to keep the door closed fails, and when the dog finally manages to enter, it attacks Alex, causing him to fall and collide with the window. As a result, Alex tumbles onto a glass roof about to break, unconscious and unaware that Nordstrom is still on the hunt. After some time, Alex awakens and cautiously moves aside, but Nordstrom detects his presence and shoots at the glass, causing it to shatter and Alex to fall to the ground. Even wounded, Alex tries to activate the emergency button, but Nordstrom locates him again and shoots at him. Alex then takes refuge in a room filled with Nordstrom's tools, where he discovers Money's body. Nordstrom then identifies Alex's location and goes there to attack him, but Alex reacts first. They engage in a fierce fight, but Nordstrom overpowers Alex, striking him in the face until he faints. Nordstrom uses gardening scissors to harm Alex, but ends up hitting Money by mistake. Meanwhile, the dog follows Rocky through the ventilation system, causing her to jump into a space and faint. When she wakes up, she tries to escape through the duct leading out of the residence, but is dragged back into the room by Nordstrom. There, Rocky struggles to resist, but the man is strong and leaves her unconscious by strangling her. Later, she wakes up and realizes she is now in Cindy's place as Nordstrom's prisoner. Nordstrom reveals that Cindy is expecting his child, which will be a replacement for the daughter he lost. With Cindy and the baby out of the scene, Nordstrom is determined to blame Rocky for it. Meanwhile, Alex, severely injured, is recovering. After locking the dog in a room, he grabs a hammer. He then makes sure the front door is unlocked before setting out to find Rocky. In the basement, Nordstrom places Cindy's body in a bathtub and covers it with tar. He also confesses to Rocky that he never coerced her, explaining that he had promised to let her go once the baby was born. Nordstrom prepares to perform artificial insemination on her using a syringe. As Nordstrom is about to proceed, Rocky struggles, but suddenly Alex emerges and attacks Nordstrom from behind. Alex frees Rocky and restrains Nordstrom with the harness he used to hold Rocky. As soon as Rocky looks at Nordstrom and assaults him, they are now free to leave. Alex takes the money and tells Rocky they shouldn't involve the police anymore. Nordstrom orders them out of their house as they have already got what they came for. However, as Alex opens the front door, Nordstrom emerges and shoots him in the back. Rocky runs out and is chased by the dog until she reaches her car, accidentally leaving her purse with the money outside. In an attempt to retrieve it, she lowers the back seat and opens the trunk, hoping to trap the dog inside. When she succeeds, she quickly shuts it using a strap. However, the dog manages to get into the car, forcing Rocky to use the strap to restrain it. After she exits the car to grab her purse, thinking everything is resolved, Nordstrom reappears and knocks her out once again, dragging Rocky back into the house. Then she gathers the courage to act upon spotting a ladybug on her finger and decides to activate the security system. Nordstrom is distracted by the loud noise and fails to hit Rocky, who continues to attack him from behind with an iron bar. Almost manages to capture Rocky when the alarm stops, but Rocky strikes Nordstrom until he falls into the basement, causing his own gun to go off and hitting him sideways. Rocky grabs the money and flees the house before the police arrive. After a few days, Rocky and Diddy are gathered at a cafe in Detroit Airport, ready to leave behind their old ways of life. Then Rocky learns the news that Nordstrom is still alive, causing discomfort upon hearing the presenter referring to their friends as criminals. Rocky then holds onto his sister's hand tightly and prepares to board the plane to escape from that place. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to receive our videos, and leave your like. Thank you for watching.